Our mission is to develop original state-of-the-art casino games that will stand the test of time. Innovative? That's a word I've never seen before. Like, you should always try to maximize your reels, given your space. In general, not bad though. Execution, art style, decent. Nice. She's happy. He's dead. So, cleaver is typically my go-to weapon whenever I am in a zombie game. So let's go with the cleaver.
Level 1.
So I understand what they're trying to do here with the video game type of music, but the rest of the game doesn't fit it all that well. Like, to me, the only time that this kind of music would gel is probably when you go down the path of you go completely art style 16-bit, like, you know, Sonic games, Mega Man games. But the only video game association that I would have by looking at the art here, the theme, it would be more like a Plants vs. Zombies, because they also use that kind of humor in it. And that's just a different music style. Is he gonna die? Yep, he's gonna die. So overall, from a gameplay perspective, I think they've done a pretty good job with this game though, because it takes a lot of the fun mechanics and features from other games and mashed them together in a pretty okay looking experience. It's harmless fun. It's like nothing innovative or nothing insane, but it's harmless. How is he gonna die? He just explodes. Weird. For something that actually takes that long to achieve, I think it's pretty painful that there is even a 15 in there. And I'm gonna hit it, of course, am I or not? Oh, God. That is so lame. So I think all in all, pretty solid though. Walk and win is fun. Free spins is fun. The wheel is very disappointing because it takes a long time to get, and then you're only getting these type of prizes and it's always the micro one. That would have been a lot more interesting if it was tied to a random event rather than just a progression event. I don't like these progressive type of things. You're losing out on value even though it's only like the 15x, but completing the wheel is kind of a moment where you could just say, I'm stopping, so that doesn't feel great either. All in all, not too bad. So 86.7 plus 5.3, so we're talking 87 plus 5, 92. Ugh. So you get random build-ups of potential wilds, and then it counts down and turns them wild. That's actually quite interesting. It's kind of hard to be judgmental about games like this, because when you're dealing with 7% in RTP, to have the remainder RTP within the jackpot, it's just so hard to make any meaningful game experience in your base and free spins game. So you just don't have any funds to work with. So making it not very volatile is probably an okay approach. So you get these type of features quite regularly, but they don't really pay anything off. They're just there to kind of entertain you on the road to your jackpot rounds. So it's not a game for me, but if you are a jackpot chaser, then maybe like a casual jackpot chaser that just wants to have a little bit of entertainment during the rounds, not the kind of person that just puts on autoplay and comes back in a few hours to see if his balance is gone or not. It's acceptable. Okay, so I stayed. It was the right call. So there's something happening here as well, so I need to... I mean, a full screen with a multiplier in there. Very, very casual game. They're halfway there. They set these surroundings in like African savanna. 3 hippos, hippo in the name. There's water there, but then everything else is just very generic piggy bank stuff. The music setting is something that you would expect from more like a city-oriented, maybe a bit old school, jazz-like, fancy hotel setting, fancy bank setting, piggy bank with a top hat on, having a little bit of a golden cane to walk around with, but not necessarily 3 hippos in a African savanna. Ooh, we've triggered the yellow hippo. I think the most fun in these type of games is not actually getting the wins, it's just surviving. Okay, come on. I mean, you're so fat now, honestly. Do it at the same time. What does that even mean? Like a double rainbow. Oh, okay, and I get to see the orange nuts. Ah, it's a collector. Oh man. Times 2 as well. Okay. We've experienced it. Again, you know, not the world's greatest game, but entertaining for what it is, yet slightly disappointing when you actually get to the end of it. Damsel in distress, standard military grunt, standard military chief, and then the guy is secret agent or the president. Kind of a surprising symbol hierarchy. This kind of symbol radiates damsel in distress more than Madam President. This one feels very generic. And all of these games are very, very samey. There's definitely not a huge range in their portfolio. So they act as scatterpace in the same way that Mammoth XL acted as scatterpace. But as kind of an introduction to what slot gaming is, these games are pretty good, you know? These games are, I think, a lot better for social casino purposes than they are for real money gambling. But they have a place in the market, for sure. That seems like another Mammoth XL copy, delivering just straight up skins from previous games is just kind of a no to low value at most proposition for both the player and the operator. Like, what does... That's a lot of chickens. What's the value to offer all these games when they're offering the same experience? You're just cluttering your offering, and as a player I don't get any kind of additional value from having this or the alien version or the mammoth version, because it's not like creating a skin of an existing game is that much more efficient. Like, you would still have to dedicate 50% at least of your existing efforts of creating a new game just to make a skin. Unless you're gonna give it as an exclusive to somebody that comes with some sort of upfront, there's just no way that your 50% in production costs justifies getting that little bit of extra when releasing a skin that is the same experience. Because they put some effort into the actual execution of everything around it. These are not badly designed slots.